Welcome back to the podcast. Today we are diving into one of the most explosive combinations in the Australian wealth landscape right now, cryptocurrency inside a self-managed superannuation fund. If you've been paying attention to the financial news or even just scrolling through YouTube lately, you have probably seen the headlines. There is a massive wave of panic right now tying crypto investments to the new Division 296 super tax. The big question everyone is asking is, could my crypto be hit by a tax on unrealized gains without me even selling? The Australian Taxation Office has placed crypto in super firmly on its active watchlist this year. The margin for error is shrinking rapidly. Today, we are going to break down exactly how the new Division 296 rules impact your digital assets, why the ATO is cracking down, and the hidden trap in cheap, do-it-yourself fund setups that could put your entire retirement strategy at risk. If you are holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other digital asset in your SMSF, or if you are planning to, this is an episode you cannot afford to miss. Before we get into the detail, a quick word. This episode is brought to you by EasySuper, Australia's leading SMSF crypto specialist. If you are holding or planning to hold digital assets in your super, EasySuper can make sure run a compliant fund and understand the rules from day one, trust deed, investment strategy, wallet compliance, the lot. Head over to easysuper.au right now and book a free 10-minute consult. Let us start with the elephant in the room, the Division 296 tax. This is the new legislation targeting super balances over $3 million, which officially passed the Senate in March 2026 and comes into effect on the 1st of July 2026. When this was first proposed, the government planned to tax unrealized capital gains that sent shockwaves through the crypto community. Imagine holding Bitcoin in your SMSF, watching it surge in value, and suddenly getting hit with a tax bill on gains you have not even cashed out yet. Here is the good news. The final law that passed removed the tax on unrealized gains. The bad news? Division 296 is still a massive issue for crypto investors, and it might require immediate action. Because crypto has the potential for explosive exponential growth, an allocation of Bitcoin today could easily push your total super balance over that $3 million threshold in the coming years. When that happens, you face an additional 15% tax on the earnings attributed to that balance. And above 10 million, it jumps to an extra 25% tax. But there is a critical strategy available right now. The government is allowing a one-time cost-based election. This allows SMSFs to reset the capital gains tax cost base of all their assets to market value at 30th of June 2026, strictly for Division 296 purposes. This effectively quarantines your pre-2026 growth, protecting it from future Division 296 calculations. If you hold crypto in your SMSF, you need to be looking at this election and some other strategies to minimize Division 296 tax. It is not applicable to everyone, and modeling needs to be done fund by fund. However, the window is closing, and failing to act could mean paying unnecessary tax on years of massive crypto gains. Now, beyond the new tax rules, let us talk about compliance. The ATO is watching crypto SMSFs like a hawk. Why? Because the rules are incredibly strict, and trustees are making mistakes left, right, and center. The appeal of an SMSF is obvious. If you hold crypto personally, you could be paying up to 47% in capital gains tax. Inside an SMSF, that drops to 15% maximum, or just 10% if you hold the asset for more than 12 months. In the retirement pension phase, those gains can be entirely tax-free up to your transfer balance cap. But that tax haven comes with serious responsibilities. The ETO treats cryptocurrency as property, not cash. This means every trade, every swap from one coin to another, and every gas fee is a taxable event that must be recorded and reported in Australian dollars. One of the biggest areas where trustees fail is the separation of assets. You absolutely cannot mix your personal crypto with your SMSF crypto. You cannot use a personal exchange account to buy coins for your super fund. Everything must be held in a wallet or exchange explicitly registered in the name of the SMSF trustee. If you use a personal wallet or if you try to sell your personally held Bitcoin to your SMSF, you are breaching the sole purpose test and the related party transaction rules. The penalties for this are severe, up to and including the ATO disqualifying your fund entirely. Quick pause here. If any of this is making you nervous, if you are sitting there thinking, I'm not sure my fund is set up properly for crypto, or I'm not sure I'm understanding the rules, this is exactly what Easy Super does. We are the award-winning SMSF crypto specialists featured in Forbes Australia, and we have helped thousands of trustees get their digital asset compliance sorted. Whether you already hold crypto in your fund or you're about to make your first purchase, Easy Super will review your trust deed, your investment strategy, and your wallet structure to make sure everything is all right before the ATO comes knocking. Book a free 10 minutes consult at easysuper.au. It takes less time than checking your portfolio, and it could save you tens of thousands in penalties. This brings us to the most dangerous trap of all, do-it-yourself setup. When people decide to set up an SMSF to buy crypto, they often look for the lowest cost online provider. They pay a few $100s, fill out a web form, and get a generic trust deed downloaded to their inbox. This is the cleanest contrast between cheap do-it-yourself and specialist setup. A low-cost generic trust deed very likely doesn't properly cover digital assets. Many older or standard deeds are completely silent on cryptocurrency. If your trust deed doesn't explicitly authorize the investment in digital assets, and if your formal investment strategy doesn't address the specific risks and volatility of crypto, your investment is non-compliant from day one. A best practice trust deed for crypto should include an inclusive definition of digital assets, not just Bitcoin, but the full range of tokens, NFTs, and blockchain-based instruments. Getting it wrong from the start puts your fund's tax treatment at massive risk. You might think you are saving a few $100s on setup fees, but you're exposing yourself to tens of thousands of dollars in ATO penalties and the potential loss of your fund's concessional tax status. Especially setup gets it right from the very beginning. It ensures your trust deed has inclusive definition for digital assets, and we ensure that you also get education about self-managed superannuation funds and how to manage your own self-managed superannuation fund, what to do about the exchange, what to do about wallet, and all the rules you need to know to manage your SMSF. Look, crypto is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools available to SMSF trustees today, but it is not a playground. The ETO's compliance net is tightening. Division 296 is now law, and the cost-based election deadline is fast approaching. You need control, you need compliance, you need education, and you need the right structure that protects your digital wealth from day one. Here is what I want you to do right now. If you're holding or planning to hold crypto in your super, do not leave your retirement to a generic, cheap, do-it-yourself provider. Book a free 10-minute consult with the award-winning team at Easy Super. Go to easysuper.au and we offer free 10-minute consult. We will make sure your fund is properly set up to hold digital assets and you are educated about digital assets in your SMSF. Head over to easysuper.au and it could be the difference between a compliant fund and a disqualified one. Thanks for tuning in, stay compliant, invest smart, and we'll see you next time.